All right, guys, we're going to start reviewing for our Unit 2 test. I created this page just so you guys can practice doing some solving and showing your work without multiple choice, because this is what the first page of your unit test is going to look like. So going forward, you have to divide. I know that it's facing horizontally, but I would recommend putting it into your house like so that you guys can actually do this way, because you don't know how to do it this way. So 6 can't go into 4, but can go into 42 7 times. You want to put your 7 above your 2 because it went into 42. 7 times 6 is 42, and you subtract. You should get 0, and if you bring down your zeros, you still have 0, but you can't leave the 7 hanging out in the hundreds place. You have to put up top 2 zeros because 6 couldn't go into 0, 0. So your answer is 700. Moving over to number 2. 236 divided by 5. Again, put it in your little house. 5 can't go into 2, but it can go into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. You subtract, and you should get 3. 5 can't go into 3, but so you can bring down your 6 to make it 36. 5 can go into 36 7 times without going over. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract and you get 1, so 47, remainder 1. Moving on to number 3. List all the factors of 20. Make a rainbow. When it asks for factors, remember, make a rainbow. So 20, your first rainbow is always going to be 1 in itself. Your second factor going forward, go up the line. It can go into 1. Can it go into 2? Yes, because 20 is even. 2 times what equals 20? 2 times 10. Up the line again to 3. Can 3 go into 20? 2 plus 0 is 2, so that doesn't work. 2 can't go into 3. Can it go into 4? Yes, it can. 4 times 5 is 20. And again, as we get closer together, your numbers get closer towards the middle. Your numbers get closer and closer together. So 4 and 5 are right after each other. So you know that you are done. No other numbers go into 20. So your factors of 20 are 1 and 20, 2 and 10, and 4 and 5. Remember, I like to list them in pairs so you don't forget any. Moving on to number 4, more division. So again, make your house. 4 into 3,452. 4 can't go into 3, but it can go into 34. 4 can go into 34 8 times without going over. Again, I put my 8 above my 4 because it didn't go into 3. It went to 34. 8 times 4 is 32. Subtract, and you should get 2. 4 can't go into 2, so you can bring down your 5. 4 can go into 25 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract, and you get 1. 4 can go into 1, but you can still bring down your 2. 4 can go into 12 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12, and you get nothing left over. Your answer is 863. And our last question here, find the common multiples of 10 and 20. When you think multiple, you should think skip counting or answers. So first I'm going to make my multiples of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. I'll stop there. And then of 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I'll stop there. Now you want to find the common multiple. So what multiple do you see in both lines? I don't see a 10 in this line, but I do see a 20 in both. Circle them. There's a 40 in both, 60 in both, and 80 in both. So find the common multiples of 10 and 20. 20, 40, 60, and 80. You could also say all even multiples. because 20 is an even number, 10 has even and odd numbers, but all even multiples should add up together to be your common multiples. All right, moving on. Number 6 says, Keith wants to fill 9 pages of his photo album with the same number of photographs on each page. If he has 117 photographs, how many photographs will he put on each page? So he has 9 pages, visualize it. There's 117. How much are going to go in each page? This is a division problem. Remember, this unit test is on Chapter 4, which was division, and Chapter 5, which was factors and multiples. So do not do multiplication on this test. So make your box, 9 and a 117. And it's 13. I did that really fast, but your answer is 13. All right, moving on to number 7. Which number sentence is not true? Look at the not true. So think about it in terms of just your regular 20 divided by 5 is not 50. It's actually 40. So this one's actually not true. A. 8. A toy manufacturer has 627 yo-yos to divide equally among 3 stores. How many yo-yos will each store receive? Right here it says divide equally. So you know that you have to divide that many yo-yos by this many stores. So 3 into 627. 3 can go into 6 twice. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, you get nothing. Bring down your 2. 3 can't go into 2, so bring down your 7. 3 can go into 27. 9 times 3 is 27. Nothing left over. Notice how I said 9 can't go into 2, and I left this open. What you're going to do here is put a 0. I put my 9 above my 7 because 3 can go into 27. Not 2, which can go into 27. So my 9 went above my 7. So your answer is 209 yo-yos each store will receive. 9. Ursula brought 9 dozen gauze pads to the health office. The gauze pads were divided equally into 4 boxes. How many gauze pads are in each box? So first, we're dividing equally, so that means we are dividing. But the first thing you have to do is look at how many gauze pads that there are in all. We know that there's 9 dozen. Dozen means 12. So this is the only time you're most likely going to have to multiply in this test. 12 times, which would be 9 times 12 to get you to 108. So there's 108 gauze pads. Now we're dividing them equally into 4 boxes. So 4 into 108. 4 can't go into 1, but it can go into 10. The 2 goes up here above your 0 because it can go into 10. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract and you get 2. 4 can't go into 2, so bring down your 8 again. 4 into 28 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. So each store will receive 27 gauze pads in each box. All right, Miss Chan is Dwight's math teacher. During class, she asked if the number 6 is a prime number or a composite number. How should Dwight answer Miss Chan's question? Remember, prime only means it has 1 in itself as factor. Composite means there's multiple. So if you were to draw a rainbow, you would see there's 1 in 6 and 2 and 3 to get you to 6. So this would mean that this is a composite number. There's more factors. So 6 is composite. 11. Cecilia was skip counting with a friend on the school bus. Cecilia started to count by 7. She said 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35. What will be the next number she will say? So all you have to do is add 7 to 35. That's your last number. If she skipped counting by 7s, just add 7 to 35 and you should get 42.